So good morning, everyone. I'm going to do this quickly because I don't know how much room I have. I'm away from Montreal at the moment, so sitting out in a beautiful park. Just look at this. Isn't this just, man, it does my soul so good. So just looking at what we were reading this morning as we started Isaiah, you see here in Isaiah that all the way through, we should have picked up by now that our Father has such a tender heart to the marginalized, to those who can't defend themselves, to those who are in need, those who need protection, those who need provision. His heart is just for them so much, but He's put the emphasis on us to look after them. It's for us. We are His provision. We are His voice. We are His love. We are His hands. And so what we find here in Isaiah is God is saying to them, listen, your sacrifices, you come in and you sacrifice, you come in and you pray, and it's repugnant to me. It has no value whatsoever, because you don't understand the very basic of loving each other. You don't take care of each other. You don't understand. If you don't have love for each other, if you don't know how to look after the most vulnerable who are precious to me, then your offerings to me are useless. That's like, wow, look at that. So if we bring this forward to today, you could have a wonderful church, a church that is filled with beautiful music, and a church where people are coming in. You can have a church of thousands, you could have a church of 100, you could have a church of 50, you could have a church of 10. And just brimming with enthusiasm and love for the Lord. But if there's a failure to understand that it's just as important for us to love our neighbor, it's just as important for us to take care of orphans and widows, it's just important for us to take care of the homeless, it's just important to take care of a family in Africa who are disadvantaged and need help, a leg up. It's just as important to look after Cubans who have been so downtrodden for so long. It's just as important to reach out to those who are in such need. And that makes our worship, that makes our offerings and sacrifices to the Lord a pleasing aroma to Him, because we're following the two greatest commandments: to love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind, with all your strength, but also to love your neighbor as yourself. These go hand in hand. If we try to love God without loving others, it's not a proper love. And if we try to love others without loving God, then although we might need some bodily needs, it's not a transforming love. It's not a love that has any power to it. It's not a love that will change a person for eternity. So this is really important. And going forward as a church, we need to hold on to this. We need to understand this. And I am so thankful that we respond to the needs. We look after each other. We responded to that call from the Spirit about Cuba. Now we're responding to that family in Africa. And I'm so proud of you as a church, that you are rising up to these things. And you're not considering your own needs. You're considering the needs of others. And we're told that as we do this, Dad will look after us. Dad will cover our needs. He's got our back. So this is so important. We will keep going over and over and over. But reread Isaiah 1. Reread it and really understand Father's heart. This matters so much to Him. It's got to matter to us, because